Welcome back to the iAchilles channel, everyone. It appears the class warfare continues relentlessly. They're going after the oil companies now. Claire McCaskill says, we can't afford to write checks to companies that make $34 billion in profits. We can't continue to write checks. Because according to, we're broke. So we can't write checks to corporations. Well, that would be ignorant. Who would write a check to a private industry? Who would do that? Nobody's doing that. But Claire McCaskill wants to embolden her base. Her base is full of useful idiots. A bunch of feelers instead of thinkers. Think about this. The oil companies get a tax subsidy. Nobody writes them a check. They are just allowed to keep a portion of their money that they have made. 4% profit margin. That's not very much. The oil companies, they go find the oil. And then they do the risky operation of drilling for the oil. And it's all on them. Look at BP had to spend $20 billion for the accident in the Gulf. They've only spent like $3 or $4 billion of that. And people are still unhappy. Because you know who's passing the money out? The government. So they're screwing it up. Like they do everything. Oil companies make a 4% profit margin. We give these we allow these oil companies to keep their money so that they'll allow gas prices to remain low in America. Why do you think they're paying $10 a gallon in Europe? And we're paying $4 now. Because we allow our oil companies to keep their money in order to keep prices low in America. That's what it is. Claire McCaskill wants to end all that. What is going to happen? She knows this. She understands this. What is going to happen when you take more money from the oil companies? When the federal government takes more money from the oil companies, everything is going to go up in price. Everything. Because everything depends on fossil fuels. Everything depends on oil, gas, everything. Everything that you find in a store got there via oil, gasoline, diesel, trucks. If you increase these prices, everything goes up. Who gets hurt? The poorest of the poor, the middle class. This is by design. This is by design. They are creating regulations to stand in the way of individual prosperity. This is all by design. They're not here to help the middle class. They are here to destroy the middle class via class warfare. We're going to stop these evil rich people. They put regulations, they tax them, they take all of their money from them, and then they don't create jobs. And I had an argument with a liberal. They don't even understand how jobs are created. The typical useful idiot does not understand how jobs are created. Jobs are not only created by Walmart and corporations, jobs are created by every individual in America who has a job and who would like to, put a pool in their yard. That pool is a job. If you don't have the extra money because it's been taken from you by the government, you're not putting a pool in your yard. You're not putting new siding on your house. You're not building a fence. You're not paying somebody to mow your lawn. You're not spreading the wealth. Because the federal government's taking it and they're going to spread the wealth the way they see fit. Do you understand that? I don't think you do. I had a huge argument with a useful idiot about this. People don't create jobs. People do create jobs. People do. And if you can't afford to do the things that you want to do in this country, you're not going to be able to spread the wealth. You're going to fall off. The economy's going to shrink. Businesses are going to close because there's nobody to sell their products to. You have no clue. This is all by design. All by design. To damage this country. To fundamentally transform it. You cannot transform a strong, vibrant United States of America. You must destroy it from within, and the way you do that is through regulations. You put roadblocks in the way of individuals. to prosper. Something that's in our Constitution, Bill of Rights. This is it. This is Saul Alinsky, Rules for Radicals. This is what they're doing. They're using Cloward-Piven's strategy to hasten the fall of capitalism through unsustainable debt, through policies and programs, foreign and domestic. That is what they are doing here. You need to wake up to it. This is an assault on the middle class. An assault. This is what they're doing to the middle class. You must shake up the prevailing patterns of their lives. Agitate. Create. Create is the key word. Create disenchantment and discontent with the current values to produce, if not a passion for change, at least a passive, affirmative, non-challenging climate. To produce, if not a passion for change. They create the disenchantment and discontent with the current values. To produce, to get you to go along with the change. And they're changing it through class warfare. They're pitting you against them. The reality is you need them. You need the rich people. You need people with money so that you can have a job. What, is everybody going to work for the government? Who's going to pay the government? How does that work? Listen, it's proven. You cut taxes, it raises revenue for the federal government. Cutting taxes. Because it allows companies and people to keep their own money, to create the jobs that move this country. Do you understand that? You allow these people to keep this money. And everybody benefits. And what happens? It creates more jobs and it creates more tax revenue for the government because there's more people working. Those people working then have money to buy more products from other people who create things. That is how it works. All of these regulations are designed to destroy, are designed to slow down, if not end. It's designed to empower corporations and destroy small businesses. That's right. That's right. The business that I was in, it was free. It was free. I could go out and work. Then they decided to regulate my vehicles. And guess what happened? Home Depot started doing what I do. You know why? Because they saw that they could destroy me. They could end me. Because I can't afford all of these new fees and regulations and insurances and inspections and getting pulled over 3-4 times a week so that DOT can look at my truck. Glorified pickup truck. See, Home Depot can absorb all of that by spreading the costs out amongst all of their products. So the little guy fails. This is all by design. This is by the same people who are telling you they're working for the middle class. Wake up, you useful idiots. This is your country too, and they're destroying it. God bless America.